I've been playing Marvel Strike Force for 1,501 days. My roster has never felt so out of control. I'm talking all about that in this video, why it feels that way. Also, talking about my post-Pocket Dimension, Dark Dimension 5 picks, what has changed, some of the best T4s of the month, and our roster review. It is that time of the month with my brother, MobileGamer. And if you're ready for it, MobileGamer, tell him what to do, my friend.
Let's go smash it!
ValleyFlyin.
Valley Club, welcome back. It has been 1,501 days that I've been playing Marvel Strike Force. This is the roster review that I do with my brother, MobileGamer. You are back. How are you, my friend?
I'm doing well. How are you doing?
I am doing good, but I feel like I have very little control over my roster in Marvel Strike Force. We're going to talk about why. Let's go into the game. Let's show everybody what I've been doing. My roster, 1,501 days, and as far as total collection powers, not as much as yours, but is almost at that 20,000 mark. Strongest team powers are going up. War MVPs don't really go up too much, but anything else you want to see on this screen? The Blitz wins are going up a lot. Are you doing a lot of blitzing for this 4-year anniversary event, MobileGamer?
Yeah, I mean, my Blitz currency is at, normally I'm almost always out of Blitz currency, and I have some right now, which is good.
I guess that's good for the hardcore war alliances, right? You're forced to blitz, and it gives you the currency you want. All right, but why do I feel so out of control with my roster? Well, I've been trying to get this one piece for Spider-Punk to get him to City for Dark Dimension 5 for probably about 2 months. I've had it pop up once last night.
Yeah.
I don't have control of my roster. I've had very, very bad red star pulls on all these characters, all the recent characters. Probably since the Eternals, all these decent red stars, Spider-Punk is stuff I've had to buy with the silver promo credits, and even that with all these silver and gold promo credits, I still need to pop up in the store. So I feel like I have very little control over my roster, MobileGamer. Am I right to be feeling that way, or do you feel that way as well? Is this Scopely doing something to change how we're getting stuff in this game?
Well, there's a couple things that, when you're upgrading characters, what can you control, what you cannot control? What do we have agency over, really? Like, we have agency over ISO 8, right? We can pick the ISO 8 that we want to put on the character. We can farm the ISO 8 that we want to get. Now, when we get to blue ISO, do you have any control over what you get when you? I mean, it seems kind of random, right?
It is.
And then, do we have really agency over the number of character shards we can focus on? It seems like we've gone to like an all-time high of characters that are not farmable. It's like 17. And right now, I have 0 characters that I'm actually farming shards for because they're not putting them in farmable areas. Gear. Can you really farm gear? You can't farm teal gear. What about orange gear? Let's say I need SBCs. How many SBCs really can I get a day compared to how many I really need? It's not a meaningful amount. It feels like that the game is resources are handed to us in advance. They're given to us in allowance. We don't have a choice on what we get. We get what we're given, and that's it. A lot of agency's been stripped. It's like somebody has decided that we can only get this stuff here, and that's what we're gonna get. And what do you control? Well, you control how much gold you put on each character. Do I want to take this character level 70 or level 80? Yeah. But that's, but then if you run out of gold, how do you get more gold? Well, you have to spend money. I mean, there's only so much gold you can get. The only choice you really have is how much gold you want to spend a day.
Yeah, so I feel the same way. We're not getting these farmable characters anymore. And what is the solution? I mean, is this like this in other games that you've played? Because I don't play a lot of other mobile games, and when I do, I feel like I have agency in the beginning at least, and it's just a mature game that we don't have that agency. It gets taken away as the game progresses. We are in our 4th year, so is that kind of how these games progress, or should we be pushing Scopely to make these changes? Give us more control over our roster. Change up the Red Star store. Make these characters farmable a little more. Make teal gear a little more accessible. For me, that would make it a little more fun. Right now, I'm kind of indifferent. That's why I'm enjoying this game still, because I'm indifferent. Like, they're not giving me this stuff. I'm just not caring as much. I used to care a lot about this game, everything. I'm like, oh yes, and now that I'm not getting this stuff, I have a little control. I'm like, all right,
well,
have fun. I got it.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, the only options they're really giving us is, are you logging in every day? Yes or no? All right, you're a good boy. You're logging in every day, and you're gonna get this, and they're gonna give it to you, and you don't have a control of what they give you. And some of the stuff they give you is in orbs, right? Same thing with events. Same thing with events. They get what they give you, right? And the only choice you had was to try hard in the event and play in the event or not. And this is why I'm not a fan of people that say, "Oh, there's a bug and we get compensation," because that compensation is fake. It's literally stuff that whatever they give you as form as a compensation today is probably removed from a future event. And it's not, I mean, you get it today, but it's not real because, like, remember we had Goldgate like a million years ago, like, what was that, 3 years ago, where they gave everybody a bunch of gold? I promise you,
we had to buy it. We had to buy that. They didn't just give it. We had to buy that. Remember?
But I promise you, we have no more gold or less gold in our economy today, whether that happened or didn't happen, because everything is metered and controlled through events, login calendars, or milestones, and it's given to you like an allowance. And there's not agency. It's not like I could have done more to get more. This is all you get, and that's all. And that's the way the game has really become. They've really dumbed down the game in a lot of ways.
Yeah. Is that a good thing or a bad thing though? If it's dumbed down, maybe it takes less time, less thought outside of this, and we just come and play this casually. Because that's kind of what's made me have more fun. You know, take this game less seriously.
Right.
That's allowed me to have fun. Is that kind of what you're doing, or are you doing something different to continue to have fun in this game?
Well, that's the ultimate decision you have to make in this game, or any game that's a free-to-play or a pay-to-win game like this one is here. They're trying to deploy frustration marketing. They're trying to get you frustrated in a way that you're going to spend money to overcome some sort of artificial scarcity obstacle some sort of problem that they've artificially manufactured to frustrate you. And if you can look past that and enjoy this game free to play and get satisfaction of actually perhaps defeating people that are spending money, I think those are going to be the real winners in this game.
Yeah, so that's kind of where my shift has went. You know, I've had to changed my thinking of this game to have fun in it because of the lack of agency. Hopefully Scopely changes that and I could be more like crazy about this game and still have fun at the same time and not do this. But
and I think Red Stars is the best example that we're talking about right here. We talked about a lot of different examples.
Red Stars,
but do you really have any control? Really? Not initially. I mean, eventually after the character's been out for a bit, yeah, you have some agency in
if they pop up in a store. They could not pop up in a store for months though. So even that we don't have control.
I mean, there's nothing worse than getting a notification that XYZ character is now in the Elite store and you don't see that character there for weeks. You know what I mean? Unless you want to core it. I mean, they really are bent on us coring, because that's kind of how the DD5 is set up right now is too. If you want to get this gear, core your minds out. You know, those people were spending $300 a day in refreshes in the store, just coring the store. $300 a day to get the gear so they could be first in DD5, and they want you to do that even with the Elite store. And I know that they're supposedly going to add more rows or whatever like that, but it's like they add more characters and then they don't add more rows, and then it dilutes the pool and becomes harder and harder to find the characters you want. And really, it really comes down to artificial scarcity, frustration marketing, and then when you finally have a decision to personally buy something, they sell you an RNG-based solution, or they offer you an RNG-based solution so that you have to go and try until you get the results you want. Like refreshing the stores. I mean, you're not guaranteed to get what you want. You have to refresh. No. You don't know how many times you have to refresh. You could refresh all day. You know what I mean?
Let's talk about the stores. How much crap is in these stores right now? This stuff always pops up for me. I don't need this for any of my characters. I have one character, but I don't, this stuff. I got thousands of this. I got a lot of this stuff. These stuff is always popping up. It's like they know what you needed. It never pops up. But despite that, MobileGamer, everything you said is true.
I mean, what you're talking about is like tinfoil hat stuff. And the reason why
Yes.
normally in the past, I would have dismissed what you're saying is saying, it's just random, right? But when they were called Aftershock and an offshoot of Kabam, because the lineage of this game was they originally were Kabam, and then they were Aftershock, and then they were Fox next, and then Disney came in, and then Scopely. Now it's Boundless, right? There was all these different companies. It's been the same people though, but they had patents on this stuff, and it's public record that they have algorithms designed to mess with people and to do what they actually say. And if those weren't on the public record, all the naysayers would be saying, oh, it's just RNG, confirmation bias, blah, blah, blah. They have algorithms. They have public record and algorithms on this stuff, exactly what you're describing. And then they've always said, oh, just because we made the algorithm, we don't. Why did you make the algorithm then? Why did you get a patent on it? Oh, we have to prevent our competitors from using it, and we might want to use it today. We want to sell it to somebody. I don't buy it.
Yeah. Well, I think there is something to that. We've seen that algorithm thing. We talked about this back in year one of this. This is 3-4 years later that we're still talking about this. But I'm trying to combat that. I'm trying to have fun despite their shady marketing, their frustration tactics. I'm still pushing for Dark Dimension 5. I'm still having fun. They're taking it away slowly, but I'm still having fun. Planning for DD5. I mean, I would like to plan and have my plan go out. My plan has changed so much since this came out because of not getting the pieces I want. First, for City, I was thinking of Cloak, Dagger, Shang-Chi, and then that, the Mystic is just so hard to get that stuff. So then we switched to Spider-Punk. Well, this stuff we don't have this coming along. So now my latest target for the City section is Misty Knight, because back in the day, back when I was getting some good luck with these red star pulls, I got a 6 red star Misty Knight. So I'm thinking of building her up. She has a tech tag. Maybe she'll provide some help in the tech sections of Doom. So that's my rationale there. What are you hearing about Misty Knight? Do you think this is a good move?
I was debating Misty Knight back in the day as well, and I decided everybody that took in Misty, she's inexpensive, correct? But I don't know how. I kind of moved into I prefer to take characters into Dark Dimension 5 that I'm actually using in the Doom raids. And she's not a character I'm using in the Doom raids, and her use outside of DD5 is limited. And I understand that she's inexpensive, but I don't even know how helpful she is in the Doom raid on her own.
I don't know.
So I was talked out of her, and I think Web Warriors, and the more Web Warriors you can use in Dark Dimension 5, probably the happier I think I'm going to be, or you're going to be in Dark Dimension.
I would love this, but
because
2 more months for another piece.
I don't know.
6 more months to complete this. I mean, I'd love the Web Warriors, but I have no control. I don't control that.
And those 3 pieces could take another month. I mean, it's hard to say, but here's the advantage and upside to Web Warriors, right? Is not only is Morgan Le Fay indirectly tied to that, how many points you can get on difficulty 6 and above is going to be tied to Web Warriors and Dark Hunters, but also they are vital inside of Doom. And then also they're relatively useful on defense and war, so what is Misty going to do for you? I mean, she's going to be a defensive war character, right?
I'm hoping with these 6 red stars on her that she'll be good in the tech section, or at least be in that rotation. She's obviously not the solution because we don't have the solution, but hopefully she'll provide me value.
I don't see any use for her inside of
even in the heal block, stun ability. This on paper, this looks really good. That's why.
No, I don't know about that.
Ability block disrupted, low cooldowns. No. All right. Well, I'm gonna put the ISO 8 on her. I might not put the gear on her. I'm gonna put the ISO 8 on her. Test her at this low level. If she does anything, I think I'm gonna teal gear her. If I put the ISO 8 and then she doesn't, then I guess I'm just gonna wait for this guy. Well, it could be another 6 months.
I mean, here's the thing, whether you wait now or wait later doesn't really matter. I mean, the DD5 is not even about playing the game, really, it's really about upgrading the characters, going through it, and you're going to get through each node in 4 or 5 days, regardless of what team you take in, it seems like. It doesn't even really, there's not really any strategy or planning or what character. You're going to get through it, and then when you get through that the first node, first 3 nodes are open, second 3 nodes are what tied to city. Then you're going to be stuck waiting for global, and then you get through the global, then you're stuck waiting. It doesn't really matter. You're just going to be waiting. You know what I mean? Like the gameplay of it is relatively short compared to the amount of time you have to wait to upgrade the characters.
So I was planning the global one next, and you see, I got doomed on Sabretooth, super cheap. And that orb that we opened for this latest milestone event, I got the pieces for him because I used them all on Shang-Chi. He's the same one, so did that because he's super cheap and he's war offense. Wolverine I could take up right now. He's also cheap. I don't know if I want to do him.
I wouldn't. You're not into city yet. I would not even look at your global, because the problem with looking at any character in advance is they could come out with a new character the next month that is like, I'll give you an example: Morbius or Star-Lord T'Challa. These characters are inexpensive in DD5 and they're effective at low star levels. And if you pre-upgrade stuff, then you do strip away some flexibility on choosing later. I wouldn't even look that far ahead.
All right. Good point. So I'm not even going to look at I'm not even looking at Cosmic right now. I did upgrade Kestrel because after I got that stuff, same with Icarus. I'm like, screw it. I use her so much. I'm just going to do this, and that might slow my DD5 progress.
Like Sabretooth,
same thing with Icarus.
You upgraded Sabretooth, but I'm just giving that example. Sabretooth is not a character that needs to be at 16, right?
Not needed, but here's my rationale. I had the pieces. Nobody else is going to use those pieces.
You don't know that. You don't know if there's going to be another character.
Yes. All right. At least right now, nobody else uses those pieces.
You don't know what characters are coming out the next 2 months. I mean, it is such a long process that you could just wait. And I'm speaking from experience on this. Like, yes. I preemptively upgraded Symbiote Spider-Man, and that was a complete waste. Where Web Warriors came out. I mean, the amount of time it takes to get these characters up and running is so astronomically long that there could be a brand new character that comes out that is viable at 3 stars. I mean, people are running through Dark Dimension 5 with Morbius at 3 red and 3 yellows, and they're telling me he's fantastic. You know what I mean? And he's relatively inexpensive. So
all right,
there could be there could be a character come out next month that's better than Sabretooth. I don't know. I'm just saying.
I get the Star-Lord T'Challa. I'm not feeling the Morbius yet though, because
his basic attack and he's got drain on his passive.
I like him, but I got the 3 red stars on him.
Yeah, but that's what's making me hesitant. Look at his passive. His passive has drain built into him, and then his basic does also. So he's just his kid is.
In DD5, are outside of war offense, are you using him anywhere?
You're gonna use him to unlock Morgan Le Fay.
Even if I have the Web Warriors?
You can. Once they die, you can't heal them. What if they all die in the first round and node 5?
All right, so now. Do I keep going with the Dark Hunters for Morgan Le Fay? I'm not sure what to do. I'm confused right now. Do I keep going with these Dark Hunters for more Morgan Le Fay? Do I shift right now to the Darkhold?
It's kind of a trap because they're Mystic Gear too, and then you're stuck on Mystic Gear. I don't know how. So what the question comes down to this for me is how important are Dark Hunters going to be unlocking Morgan Le Fay? You know, how critical is it going to be? I don't know. That remains to be seen. And but their usefulness outside of war offense is almost nil. I mean, I'm not getting a use for them outside. And they kind of you know what they remind me the most of is Shadowlands. Remember when Shadowlands came out?
Really good. Not used outside of it.
Yeah,
actually, Night Nurse was though.
Yeah, and also they required a lot of T4s. Remember, Shadowlands required a lot of T4s. I kind of feel like Dark Hunters is the same type of team where it's good on war offense, kind of temperamental. Works on some teams, doesn't work on some teams. Still good, just like Shadowlands was really good, but a lot of T4s, right? And then limited usefulness outside of war offense.
Yeah,
it reminds me of Shadowlands the most.
Okay. I'm still not sure. I mean, I'm definitely not doing the symbiotes for City because I could finish somebody. Yeah. I could finish Symbiote Spider-Man right now. I could finish Anti-Venom right now. But no, I'm not doing that. But
no. Any of your Web Warriors you could do is gonna be much better, much better.
All right, let's talk about the Dark Hunters, the T4s, because I think that's the big new team right now, and then we'll go Darkhold after this. But T4s pretty much did all of Morbius's already. I got a lot of T4s that I just
the team needs a lot of T4s.
Really know where to use. So did the passive and the ultimate. I think the special is pretty good on Ghost Rider as well.
The reason why the special is really good, not only does it add more bleeds, but the bleed damage goes through the roof when you take it to the when you put the T4 on it.
Oh, I forgot about. Yeah, okay. I might do that eventually.
And not only
I know why. I know why I stopped. This is a long cooldown.
No, but here's the thing: is that's the ability you use first, and it hits 3 targets. And because he's fast, though, the bleed will trigger, and it's just a lot more damage. I mean, you know, like if he doesn't kill them, and they've got the stacks of the bleeds, and then they just die as soon as they take a turn, it's actually pretty good. But but again, war offense. So what?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's not. It's just it's just like Shadowlands. It's like so many T4s, and for what? You know what I mean? Like. I mean, their usefulness against Heroes for Hire is hit and miss. They're useful against Young Avengers, hit and miss. It is what it is. The basic on her is pretty good.
I was thinking of that, and then I thought, just maybe I stop investing.
Okay,
I had to buy this 4th star, by the way, for however long she's been released. I've only pulled 3 stars on her. So.
Yeah, well, the basic on hers were very good because of you know how, like, let's say you're fighting against Young Avengers, and they'll have like all these multiple stacks of evasion, multiple death proofs, right?
So the bonus.
And then it basically doubles the damage, and she just gets right through them. And most of the time, the basic attack is even better than doing, you know, when you're trying to finish them off, and you see they have all these stacks of evasion and or death proof, she just slices through it. It's actually very nice.
Okay. So I got the basic for Elsa on my list. I got the special for Ghost Rider on my blitz. Voodoo, we did everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a lot of T4s at the time. Did all those.
Tier 13. See, like I feel like you kind of commit to this team. You know, you got to go 14 on this stuff.
See, I was gonna go all in, and then it's like, you know what? Maybe I should be saving for Darkhold. So I kind of did this team halfway, really tough, and then I stopped, and I'm like, I don't know what to do right now. I'm kind of confused.
No, I mean, I could have screwed. I may have screwed myself on Mystic Gear big time because of the Dark Hunter team. It's just that simple. And who are you using as the 5th? I mean, there's like 4 really good 5ths.
I'm just doing Mordo. Nothing outside the box right now. I heard Falcon works pretty good on this team.
Falcon, Namor, Hela. If you're gonna go against Young Avengers, you almost have to use Hela.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I'll put that in my save squads afterwards. Darkhold.
Yeah, they need all the T4s.
Yeah, this is an arena team. I'm going all. It's just a matter of when. Wong, I'm probably going to do all of these eventually, but my red stars are so poor on him. My Wong is so tiny right now. Hopefully, it'll be big one day. Scarlet Witch, I haven't done any, but yeah, I like a lot of these. Just
she could be a Mystic Gear trap too. Also. But yeah, I think, and as far as T4, she needs all of them, but her passive, like she needs like 3 out of 4, and she's a trap also. I mean, because like, what if? I mean, she does have the Darkhold tag, which gives her like 1 million bonus effects from all the passives from all the other characters.
Did you see that Reddit post last week about all that list of stuff that she gets just for this one tag? I mean, it's
and most people keep talking about Chaos Wave being able to extend the stuns, which is kind of a big deal. You know what I mean? And so
this is before they stopped letting stuns be extended. This is old stuff, so this will extend stuns.
So I mean, she could be the best character, but you know, I'm kind of hoping that. You know, here's the thing. I probably Dormammu will replace her. You know, eventually people will get Dormammu, right? I don't know when, but you know, that's probably what's going to happen. But here, you're probably not going to want to. I still feel like I'm forced to upgrade Scarlet Witch because outside of Arena, I probably want to complete a Darkhold team, right? Like if I'm going to run this on offense, I probably want my Dormammu on defense, and I'm probably going to want, because Darkhold is not going to work on defense. Their cooldowns are astronomical. So you just 2-tap them, right?
You know, war defense. Okay, yeah. I was thinking arena defense.
No, arena defense. I don't know.
My question was, what is going to be better on arena defense? Full Darkhold, or if you do have Dormammu, replacing Scarlet Witch with Dormammu because of the revives and things like that. So
my feeling is it's going to be Dormammu, but
Dormammu on defense.
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Dormammu defense, Witch on offense, but we'll see.
We'll see.
It's going to be months before I have that character anyway. So
yeah, well, nobody knows.
I'm going to be using Scarlet Witch. Agatha, she's got some good T4s. Morgan, I think you're going to do all of them. Yeah. So that is the latest and greatest as far as the T4s and red stars. I purchased the red star. I purchased these for Spider-Punk. I did I actually pulled these. I got a 1-star on him. I got a 1-star on him, so I pulled the 3s. But yeah, I opened a lot for Doctor Strange. Did not get good luck on him at all. Opened 5 for Wong because he is a Blitz character.
5 what?
5 red stars, normal red stars for him.
Oh, well, 5 red stars don't give anything. I mean, you barely get.
I knew he was a Blitz character, and I used up so many of my red star orbs with these other characters being so bad. I was like, yeah.
You can get a 3 or 4 out of the Blitz rewards, right?
That's why I only did 5 for Wong. I'm like, I know I'm gonna get a 3 for Blitz, so maybe later.
Do you want to hear what happened with my Wong?
What happened to your Wong?
My first orb I opened, I 5 red, 1 orb.
Oh, and you were done, I bet. I would have been done. I haven't had an orb opening that in so long. I missed those. I missed those.
Streamer luck. You got to do it on stream.
I got a 4. I was like, oh, I'm so lucky I'm done. That's how bad my luck has been. All right, but that is my roster. That's where it's been. Those are my T4s. That is my lack of agency. That is the roster review. Any big things that you've noticed about the roster that you've done differently? That you would do differently?
I don't remember that far back. I can't remember anything.
All right, we're gonna go take a look at yours. There's so little agency. I'm still not sure what to do, but that's my plans right now. It may be very different next month. Any other things you want to discuss or promote before we go over to your channel? Check out your roster.
Gamers are cool. I don't know.
We are. All of us are cool. The Valley Club is cool. The MobileGamer Club is cool. And yeah, if you want to stay cool, hit that subscribe button, hit that upvote, and I will see you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. MobileGamer, always a pleasure, my friend. I'm curious to see what you've done. I know you're very close to finishing Dark Dimension 5, so should be fun. Are you ready for the fist bump? All right, here we go. Honk fist bump, ValleyFlyin, and MobileGamer. Out. Whoa! Have a great rest of your day, ladies and gentlemen, and hopefully you have a lot better luck than I am.